Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. WTM Online. This is a news and entertainment feature. When They See Us. When They See Us is a 2019 American drama television series created, co-written, and directed by Ava DuVernay for Netflix. So basically on Netflix at the moment. That premiered on May the 31st, 2019. The series is based on events of the 1989 Central Park jogger case and explores the lives of the families of and the 5 male suspects who were prosecuted in the 90s on charges related to rape and assault of a woman in Central Park, New York, the year before. The series features an assembled cast including Jarrell Jerome, Jovan Adepo, Michael K. Williams, Logan Marshall Green, Joshua Jackson, Blair Underwood, Vera Farmiga, John Leguizamo, Felicity Huffman, Niecy Nash, Anjune Ellis, and Kyle Bunbury. The series received acclaim for its performances and casting. And a companion special titled Oprah Winfrey Presents When They See Us Now premiered on June 12th, 2019 on Netflix and the Oprah Winfrey Network. So let's start. So When They See Us is based on the events of the 1989 Central Park jogger case and explores the lives of 5 suspects who were prosecuted in charges related to the sexual assault of a female victim and of their families. The 5 juvenile males of color, basically black and Hispanic, the protagonists of the series: Kevin Richardson, Asante Black, Antron McKay, Khalil Harris, Yusuf Salam, Ethan Harris, Corey Wise, Jarrell Jerome, and Raymond Santana Marquis Rodriguez were divided by the prosecutor into 2 groups for trial. Each youth was convicted of juries of various charges related to the assault. 4 were convicted of rape. They were sentenced to the maximum terms for juveniles, and the one adult, Corey Wise, who was 16 at the time of the crime. He had been held in adult facilities and served his time in adult prison. After the assailant was identified in 2002 by confession, DNA evidence, and other evidence in the investigation by the DA's office, he requested that the court vacate the conviction of the 5 men, a legal position in which the parties treated as though no trial had taken place. By that time, all the men had served their sentence. The state withdrew all charges against them from the 1989 case and removed them from the sex offender registry. They filed a suit against the city in 2003 for wrongful conviction and rewarded a settlement in 2014. They also filed a suit against the state and received a settlement in 2016. The latter settlement was not covered in the ministries. So we just talked about the cast. So this is the reception regarding the actual movie or the series. The ministries received critical acclaim upon its release. The review aggregation website Rotten Tomatoes reported an approval rating of 95% based on 57 reviews, with an average rating of 8.34 out of 10. The website's critical consensus reads: Ava DuVernay pulls no punches in When They See Us, laying out the harrowing events endured by the Central Park 5, while adding a necessary layer of humanity to the story, which challenges viewers to reconsider what it means to find justice in America. A Metacritic it is weighed average score of 87 out of 100 based on 23 critics, indicating universal acclaim. Daniel D. Adro, from Variety mentioned in a glowing review of the ministries that when they see us immerses viewers in a tale with none of the gaudy fun that true crime often offers. It's an achievement, and given its pride of place on a streaming service, despite its difficult subject matter, a worthy use of its director's star power. Robert Ebert's Oddie Hennison awarded the series a rating 3 and 1 out of 2 out of the 4 stars, noting that there's a lot to recommend when they see us. It does as much as it can to recast the gaze on black and brown people, inciting empathy and the desire for justice. It demonizes the right people and demands your fury of the events presented. Daniel Fernberg from The Hollywood Reporter recommended the ministries in his review by highlighting that When They See Us is a rigorous attempt to chronicle an epic legal failure and to help restore a sense of the men as individuals rather than the faces members of a wrongly accused collective, commending DuVernay's thematic and thoughtful approach to subject matter and content. He adds that the series avoids the typical triumph over adversity narrative tropes. Matt Goldberg of Collider gave it a very positive review, writing, "The emotional impact of When They See Us can't be understated." He said further, "I watched the Central Park 5 early this month, and it's a good way to understand the case and its basic facts. But even though it has interviews with all 5 men, it doesn't come close to what DuVernay does here with the cast, her craftsmanship, and Bradford Young's stunning cinematography." Lucy Mangan from The Guardian compliments the ministry, saying it is a dense, fast-moving series that examines not only just the effects of systematic racism, but the effects of all sorts of disenfranchisement, though you could argue all have the same root cause on people with boys' backgrounds. The lack of money that leads to inadequate lawyers and mothers unable to visit their sons incarcerated in distant places. The lifetime affair and vulnerability that causes one parent to encourage his son to sign the confession so they can leave the station and sort things out later. The powerlessness in the face of an authority that doesn't like the look of you or care about you. Jen Chaney from Vulture wrote that When They See Us and Ava DuVernay sensitivity wrought Netflix Industries about what happened to those boys, strips away the dehumanizing tendency to bunch them together, and instead shows what each of them dealt with individually when they were coerced into giving false confessions, forced to do time for a crime they did not commit, and eventually exonerated when their convictions were vacated in 2002. So a little bit about it. I mean, I'm just reading about it. It's just emotional reading about the whole thing. I can't even get the words out of my mouth because it's too much, too much. But you've got a 4-part series here about it. It's out on Netflix, so I advise you to get a chance. When you get a chance, get across and have a look at it. So there you go. When They See Us, out on Netflix, by the amazing Ava DuVernay. It premiered on May 31st. Get out, get on Netflix, educate yourself a little bit more about how America was. As a matter of fact, we can go one step further. We'll even find out where they are today. So I'll just push a little further into it. So this was done on the 12th of June 2019 by The Express. When They See Us, where the Central Park 5 are now. So Netflix original series When They See Us tells a true story of 5 teenage boys who were found themselves convicted for rape they had never committed in New York City, USA. Set in April 1989, the 5 teens became known as the Central Park 5. The 5 men were called Corey are called Corey Wise, Antron McKay, Kevin Richardson, Yusuf Salam, and Raymond Santana Jr. And this is what they're up to now. So what are they up to now? Let's find out. The Central Park Five were all released from prison when it was discovered their convictions were wrongful. Mateus Reyes, a convicted rapist and murderer, confessed to 1989 Central Park rape, leading to the Central Park Five's releases. When They See Us provide an update to what all 5 individuals are doing now. As the Netflix series drew to a close, a caption on screen, the men known as Central Park Five spent between 6 to 14 years in prison across New York State. Their wrongful convictions were vacated in 2002 following the New York District Attorney's re-investigation of the Central Park jogger case. In 2014, a federal judge awarded the 5 men a settlement of $41 million, the largest in New York State history. When They See Us revealed Antron is happily married and a proud father of 6. He resides with his family in Atlanta, Georgia. He was the first of the accused men to leave New York City. Raymond Santana has since founded his own apparel company called Park Madison NYC. When They See Us revealed Raymond is also a proud father of a teenage daughter, Malia. Yusuf also moved to Georgia in the years after his release. The Central Park Five member is now a published author and public speaker, advocating for policy change in the criminal justice system. Kevin Richardson moved to New Jersey, where he lives with his wife and 2 daughters. He joined the rest of the Central Park Five When They See Us cast on set in New York to meet the actors who would portray him in the Netflix series. Corey Wise still lives in New York City and is the only member to do so. He founded and established the Corey Wise Innocence Project in 2015 to help those wrongly convicted with legal counsel. All 5 men spoke out about their lives in 2019 in the build-up to When They See Us release. Ray Santana Jr. told CBS News he still thinks about the incident every day. It's constant. Yusuf Salam said it's his second or third thought every day. When asked about the money received from the settlement affects their lives by CBS, Raymond responded, "We are able to relocate to put our children into better situations. But besides that, no money in the world can make it better." Yusuf said, "No amount of money could have given us our time back." So there you go. There you have it. Despite the $41 million settlement, all men agree that the amount of time they spent away behind bars in prison, no amount of money in the world could bring that time back. So they're wrongly accused, and those men are still second or third thought of the day. That's what they're considering. So there you go. Once again, When They See Us, get across Netflix, have a look at it. Let me know what you think of the movie and leave your thoughts in the comment section. And has America moved on? Has America learned from its mistakes, or does it continue to do these things today? I know what your answer probably will be, but please leave your comments in the comment section. This has been BWTM Online, and we're out. Thanks for watching.